enthusiastic crowd for noon. So welcome to Wonderland 2.0.
Yay!
And thank you to everyone who made it the first time. Who then, that was the first layer of growth, the first ring on the tree, and now we've got another one, and this is going to be a redwood before we're done with this. And I wanted to right round. Okay, yeah, somebody was asking for this. So here's the Hitchhiker's Guide to Jerry Garcia's favorite writer. Okay, this is the part I read last year. A bunch of you weren't here, or you won't remember it, or I'll read it differently, or something. It's the appropriate part, because it's where I finally got to Kesey's farm in Oregon, and got to see the bus for the first time in 1982. The whole thing that inspired this whole thing. So it makes sense to share that little magic moment with you for my encore. Finally, I was here. After reading about it so many years ago, gotta be at least 5 by now, which was a quarter of my life ago at that point. Here I was at last, one-on-one with the psychedelic magic carpet. It was like Stonehenge or the Great Pyramid or something. This giant man-made creation outdoors, with some intangible, magnetic, mystical, mythical, reverential presence. And yes, damn it, it does look alive. It is alive. The windshield for eyes, the front grille for the nose, the fat bumpers are the smiling cheeks, the mirrors the ears, and it's wearing a round white cap on its head. Or maybe it's bald, I don't know. But it's definitely a person. So of course the first thing I do is climb inside to see Neil's wheel. If only we had his 49 Hudson to put next to it, or maybe the Travel Bureau Cadillac. But until then, this is the only wheel we know of that trans-generational driver ever worked. Maybe this wasn't a church, but I'm not going to say it wasn't a shrine. There was something sacred, spiritual, transportive, and weird about being in the Holy Goose cockpit. This Cody Pomeray of the next generation. This muse for 2 masters. And it was funny how the thing was paint covered from stem to stern, just like the graffitied New York subways I rode every day. Every square inch covered in some crazy color. In fact, layers and layers of crazy colors. And I began hearing Keith Moon's claves bringing Magic Bus into the soundtrack, as the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour began screening right there in the front window. I looked out the side window and God, there was the Partridge Family driving by saying, "Come on, get happy." I saw the school bus that delivers the cast of Jesus Christ Superstar into the desert in the opening of that cinematic masterpiece. And there was the Green Tortoise pulling out of San Francisco for New York. And suddenly I flashed on my own old school bus trip across the country in 1978 with a bunch of Winnipeg musicians and pranksters. And how all of that and so much more was inspired by this exact terrestrial spaceship I was standing inside. I'm on the bus. I couldn't believe I was here. Then I started thinking, nobody else will either. I had to get a picture somehow. Aha, a mirror, yes, the only shot. The whole shot, the Gregory shot. But the inside rear view was already gone. So I went back outside and began to twist, petrifiedly, carefully, slowly, so slowly. Could you imagine? Yikes, Neil's ancient, delicate driver's side mirror. So I could get my frame to fit perfectly in its. And I started thinking about all the lessons I'd internalized from Kesey and that book about him, as he coyly refers to electric Kool-Aid acid test. And having just seen him on TV a few months ago goofing with Garcia on that goofy Tom Snyder show. You trade off. and reading every interview or article on him in Rolling Stone and anywhere else I found, and how my time with him these past 2 weeks had reinforced every preconceived great notion and then some. And about how every event I produced since I was about 16 years old was inspired by the acid tests. How my whole life had been a way of recreating that group spirit of collaborative, unrestrained fun. And how he taught me it was okay to go beyond what you were scared of. Not only going through the door, but playing when you were on the other side. The openness of possibility. Embracing the goodness in everyone you meet. Engaging them, playing with them, pranking with them. Tootling the multitudes all road long. And that there was a responsibility that came with the gift of magic. If you got the cosmic giggle and could see the golden light, let alone knew how to dance in it, it was incumbent upon you to share it with as many people as you could. Not everyone sees the grand prank of life, and it's our job to shine the light in the strangest of places for people to look at it right. And if you get it, you have to grab it, share it, push it a little bit further than it's gone before. You have to lead. That's what Kesey taught me, leading, inclusion, on the bus, which is a bigger concept than on the road. This was about all of us, not just some of us. Jack writ the road, but this is the road writ large. And it's our duty to ride on and drive that bus further.